Okay, I've tried to ask this question before, but I couldn't quite convey what I was trying to get across. I blame myself for trying to ask the question late at night when I can't think straight. I would like to know how to create a very simple sort of building material thing, whatever, in Maya, and I know how I can build this type of thing in Unreal Engine 3 with the material editor, and I'm sure it's quite possible to do it in Maya, I just don't know how. So we start off here. I have this material that is composed of just this one texture, real simple, real easy, and what I do is I add another texture to it, and probably get a better effect with using multiply instead of add. And this state right here I could easily just recreate in Photoshop for all that matters, but I also know I can use just a layered texture and that will work like that. But what I want to do next is I add this texture coordinate to one of the textures, and then I can kind of make it smaller, and so now we see that one texture repeating across the other texture. And effectively what I do is, by doing this, if I set the two textures to be at some variables with a really high lowest common multiple, then I have effectively as much data as I could have by having a really giant, massive texture while only using two very small textures and a few procedures. Also, at this stage, it's really easy to tweak them around and figure out exactly how I want them to be built and blended onto each other. I could also make use of the system and even add other nifty effects and have them blended between each other using some other texture to really complicate things. I can also add color to it and mix it, and if I want to get really creative, I can combine several textures, and I can use transparency effects and layer them on top of each other and whatnot. And I'm also wondering what other methods I could use to tie the multiple textures into each other. I figure the better I understand this, the more powerful and capable I will be with these kinds of options. And so that's what I'm wanting to know how to do. How do I do that in Maya? Thank you for your help and consideration.